Alright, I'm back with another video. It feels so good making out another video. I said I was gonna make a video, making it. So this is basically about combing my 180 waves. Because I think somebody asked me about like hard brushes and which hard brush do I recommend and like kind of stuff like that. So I just really want to answer that. But first, before I answer it, make sure you follow me on Snapchat. My Snapchat is right there. Make sure you add me. Make sure you ask any questions, all that good stuff. I'll get it back to you real quick. I already know, same old. But yeah, make sure you add me and talk to me. But yeah, here it's pretty much my waves, and then I want to get into like combing them and like what I do for that, because I feel like that's very important. Being that I am wolfing my hair, and my hair is pretty long, so I comb my hair. I comb them really for the connections. Like if I feel like my waves aren't connecting and it's kind of bothering me, I'll comb it so that way it can lift up my hair and get to the scalp and all the way to the top. As for hard brushing, like shower brushing, like hard brushing and everything, for that, I just recommend a hard brush. You don't necessarily have to have a hard brush. You can have a medium, but at the least, you need to have like a medium brush just so you can get that pull in your hair. But as you can see what I'm doing right now, I'm pretty much just combing my hair. It's lifting it up. Nothing can lift your hair up better than a comb, so I suggest you try that out if you're trying to get to the scalp and your hair is a little bit longer than what you would like. It just helps out just pulling your hair to the right position so you got better connections. As you can see, I'm trying to go as slow as possible. I can really control and manage the placement of my hair, which is very important, being that I want it to connect. Like that's pretty much the whole point of having either 360 or 180 waves. But as for the comb, when I want to get into that, you don't have to have one that's like super expensive. You don't have to have something crazy. You can, but the main thing is probably keeping up with it. You're probably gonna lose it somewhere or it's gonna break. But I got this one from Sally's. I think it was like 80 cents or something like that, and I've been able to keep up with it, so I'm pretty content. The teeth on the comb are pretty strong on this. It hasn't broken or anything, which was a little surprising to me because I still use the smaller setting to the left, like the smaller teeth to the left, as you can see, just so I can get that pull in my hair to move it. The reason I think you would want to comb your hair if you're wolfing is so you can as like for the pull, like you really need that. Sometimes your hair can get stuck in one specific place when you're wearing your do-rag, like especially if you're wearing it a lot, your hair can just be kind of stuck there, but you're not really touching the scalp. Like you're not getting like the hair in the beginning when you're growing it. So the comb's just gonna lift it. It's gonna really get a grip on your hair too. I know that was kind of strange to say, but it's gonna really place it. So another thing with your do-rag too, if you're wearing it a lot, I mean that's good, but sometimes your hair has to breathe almost. Like you don't want it too pat down because it could possibly it can be too flat. Like sometimes it's okay to comb in and lift it, because if it's too flat, then you really might have a hard time with connections on that too. Another thing I've noticed with my hair is really straight in the front and it's a little bit curly in the back, so that's common. Not every area of your hair is going to be the same, so that's why you have to kind of keep an eye on it and be mindful of what you're doing to it. But just daily combing is good. You don't necessarily have to comb all the time, but I just recommend it if you want, just so you can connect it. If connection is a big issue with you, I recommend you combing. And then also if your hair is sticking up, combing helps out with that, obviously. For me personally, my hair is, I'm trying to see what it does the most of. I think my hair is pretty obedient. It's just that sometimes connections don't come out how I want it to be, depending on either how I have my do-rag tied or how I sleep. So combing, I pretty much comb every other day, or I'll comb like a week straight. Like I just pretty much do only combing, and that helps out with my hair, because my hair is pretty thick. So I just pretty much comb it and hard brush it, I guess. And yeah, I mean, that's been helping me out a lot. Another thing is, I really don't use soft brushes. Like I don't know if that's normal, but soft brushes really doesn't help that much unless my hair is lower. If my hair is like longer, soft brushes just I don't know. I'm trying to get more into that. I'm gonna try it later down the road, but also I kind of wanted to talk about the products. The product that you just saw was the olive oil. I still use the olive oil grease. I use biotin too. I'm also showing that, but I don't use it as much, or I rarely use it. And then that's the island oil. That's all just like the oil just for moisture and shine and everything. But back to the biotin, I don't really like biotin all that much. I can't really have it because my skin will kind of break out. So just be mindful of that. If you are taking biotin, you might break out, and if you have bad acne or if you have common breakouts, it could make it worse. But biotin does help too, if you want to give that a shot. And then after I hit a comb session in, I pretty much get a hard brush and I go over it. It doesn't really matter how fast you brush. Like, I'm just kind of brushing kind of slow now so you can see the hard brush pulling the hair. And that's going to be very, very important when wolfing. And then after you comb, hitting it with a hard brush so you can just get that extra pull so you can have better connections. So connections right now is probably the most important thing with me, just because I wanted to make sure that my hair is thick and it's very, very long, but also very well connected, because even though it's 180, your connections still matter because you can still see it on the top. Another thing, I'm trying to think of other questions I've been getting asked. One of the main things, I have been getting a lot of straight hair wavers, wondering how to get their hair more wavy. And for that is, you're gonna have to wave, or you have to grow your hair with your hair a lot longer than a medium texture person, just because if your hair is straight, then it takes a minute for it to actually curl. So if you're a straight hair waver, just kind of grow your hair out, just see how long you can get it before you cut it. Like, sometimes you can cut progress. So if you're having trouble like seeing your waves and your hair is straight, just kind of grow it. And be mindful of like the products that you use and what works for you personally, and what type of cut you want and the length you need it to be at. That's all important. If you are a coarse hair waver, one of the things I noticed with you guys is you have to make sure you are also having a good moisture. In medium and coarse, you have to make sure your hair is moisturized, and that's very, very important if you want healthy waves as well, because if your hair is healthy, then it's going to shine, and then it's going to look a lot better than having it dry. So just make sure you're using very, very moisture rich products. You can also use natural products, which is also a good thing, just so you can maintain that shine, and you can maintain that overall shine aesthetic. So main thing I think is just having healthy hair, and you have to make sure, like, after you wash and everything, that you put your moistures that you washed out back into your hair. But yeah, I just really recommend you guys have healthy hair as possible. Like, make sure it's as clean as possible, but also healthy, and just moisturize, because you don't want it to be dry. You do not want your 180 waves to be dry, because it's just not gonna look as good. But after that, after I comb and then after I use the hard brush, I pretty much just put my do-rag back on, so that way, I can seal in the good session I had in, and continue about my day, and kind of lay my hair back down, being that the comb picked it up. So let's pretty much do that, and that's gonna be pretty much it for the video. That's all I do for woofing. Pretty much. I think I might do that for like an hour at the most, and I'll be pretty much on my way. So that's the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be back with another video, and I'm out.